Hi, this is Rob. How to do linear regression and find the line of best fit in the correlation coefficient on the TI84 plus CE. This is the data we have. First step is to enter the data. Press the Stat button here. We want number 1, Edit, so press the 1 button here. This window pops up. If you have any old data here, like this, go to the top of the column here, L1, by pressing the arrow buttons here. Then, when the cursor is on the L1, press the Clear button here, then press the Enter button here. I will also clear out the L2 data. The old data is cleared. We will now enter the X data into L1 and the Y data into L2. 0, enter. 1, enter. 2, enter. 3, enter. 4, enter. 5, enter. 6, enter. Now enter the Y data into L2. Use the arrow buttons to go to the top of L2 and enter the Y data. Next step is to do a scatter plot graph with this data, but we need to make sure that the points on the TI84 window are set up correctly so that we can see the whole graph. Press the window button here. Our X data goes from 0 to 6, so we'll set up the X minimum at -1 and the X max at 7. The X min is already at -1. Set the X max to 7. Since the X data are single digits, set the X scale to 1. The X scale is already set to 1. The Y data goes from 2 to 19.5, so I'll set the Y minimum to 1 and the Y max to 21. And we'll set the Y scale by 1. Depending on how the scatter plot looks when you graph it, you may have to adjust the X scale and the Y scale. Now press the Y equals button here. We are checking if we have any old data here at Y1. If you had any previous data here, you need to clear it out by pressing the Clear button here. Now go to the Stat plot by pressing the second button here and then the Y equals button here. This window pops up. We are going to use plot 1. It is already highlighted, so press 1 or the Enter button to go and set up plot 1. This window pops up. Plot 1 is highlighted on already. We want the scatter plot, which is this one, and it is already highlighted. X list equals L1 and Y list equals L2, which is what we want. Mark. This is the type of mark the scatter plot will use to plot the points. This one is okay. Color is blue for the graph. Blue is okay. But if you want to change the color, move the cursor to color. Then use the right or left arrow button to cycle through the color choices. Now let's plot our data. Press the graph button here. This is our scatter plot graph. If you press the trace button here, the coordinates of each point will show below. You can move to the next point by pressing the right arrow button. This is the way to check that you have the right data and that the data was entered correctly on the L1 and L2 list. We are almost ready to perform the linear regression, but to make sure that the correlation coefficient R and R square is provided, we want to make sure that the diagnostic is turned on. Go to the catalog by pressing the second button, then the 0 button. This window pops up. Scroll down to the D's with the down arrow and find Diagnostic On. Here it is. Press Enter and press Enter again. Diagnostic is on. You only have to do this once on the TI84 plus CE. Next time that you use the TI84, the diagnostic will be on and will remain on until you go to the catalog and turn the diagnostic off. Now let's perform the linear regression. Press the Stat button here. Move to the right to Calc, scroll down, and look for linear regression. Here it is, number 4. Press enter. This window pops up. X list is L1 and Y list is L2. That is good. That is what we want. Go down to here, store regression equation. We want to store the regression equation in Y1. So press the vars button here. This window pops up. Right arrow to Y vars. We want number 1, function. So press the 1 button. This window pops up. Y1 is already highlighted. Press enter to select Y1. This window pops up. Now go down and highlight calculate and press enter. This window pops up with the information you need. Copy down this information. You may need to answer questions on your homework or tests using this information. R is the correlation coefficient. R squared is the coefficient of determination. The line of best fit is y equals ax plus b, where a is 2.98 and b is 2.05. Now let's plot the line of best fit on top of our scatter plot. Press the graph button here. That line is plotting the line of best fit. The equation fits the data very well. If you need to go back to the equation data, press the stat button here. Move to the right to calc. Scroll down and look for linear regression. Here it is at 4. Press enter. This window pops up. Go down and highlight calculate and press enter. There is the equation data. Okay, that is it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to this channel.